Mexico struck by huge earthquake, with tsunamis and at least 4 deaths reported. An earthquake of a magnitude 8.2 struck off the coast of Chiapas, Mexico, late on Thursday local time, and tsunamis were observed, the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center, PTWC, said. Mexico's interior minister said that at least 2 people were killed in the southern state of Chiapas, Reuters reported. Later, AP News reported that 2 children died in Tabasco state, one when a wall collapsed, while the other was a baby on a ventilator at a hospital which lost power. Guatemala's President Jimmy Morales said on national television that at least 1 person may have died in his country, AP reported. A spokesperson for Guatemala's Office for Emergency Management said no deaths were reported, but the quake was felt in Guatemala City, with damage reported to houses and 2 roads impassable due to landslides. Waves of as high as a meter, or 3.3 feet, had been observed in Mexico, PTWC said. Tsunami waves of more than 3 meters, or nearly 10 feet, above the tide level are possible along some coasts of Mexico, the PTWC said. The quake's depth was at 33 kilometers, or 20 miles, the PTWC said. The USGS has reported at least 5 aftershocks so far, with magnitudes ranging from 4.9 to 5.7. It's a big quake. It's about 70 miles offshore, but it's not an unheard-of quake, Randy Baldwin, a geophysicist at the U.S. Geological Survey National Earthquake Information Center, told NBC News in a phone interview, noting that the Mid-American Trench has producing a lot of big quakes in the past. Anytime that you have a large quake like this, that is shallow, you can expect aftershocks to occur for even the next several months, he later told CNBC. Reuters reported that people in the capital Mexico City ran into the streets after the quake, adding later that parts of the city were without power. Mexico City is more than 500 miles from the quake's epicenter. The quake was the strongest to strike the country since 1985, when a temblor killed thousands, Reuters reported, citing Mexico's Civil Protection Agency. The European Mediterranean Seismological Center, EMSE, said that the quake was also felt in Belize and Guatemala. It estimated that the population in the felt area was around 90 million people. Classes were suspended in schools in Mexico City, Chiapas, Oaxaca, Puebla, Tlaxcala, Guerrero, and Edomex to review the infrastructure, Mexico Secretary of Public Education Aurelio Nuno said via Twitter. In a preliminary report, the National Institute of Anthropology and History said there didn't appear to be any damage to archaeological areas. Mexico's Secretary of Communications and Transportation Gerardo Ruiz Esparza said that national airports were in operating condition. Mexico's President Enrique Pena Nieto said that operations at the Salina Cruz refinery were suspended temporarily as a precaution, Reuters reported.